Well, here's another interruption in Jesus' life. I mean, he and his whole entourage are traveling towards Jairus' house, about to do a resurrection. Now he's not just lounging at a party talking to people. Now he's going to important business. I got a resurrection to tend to. And he gets interrupted once again. It's kind of this trend that you see in Jesus' life, that he has a ministry of interruptions, that he doesn't hold on to his calendar so tightly that if God interrupts, if there's a divine interruption in life, that he's too busy to go about doing that. Sometimes I'm afraid we're too busy for these kind of divine interruptions. As a matter of fact, let's do a little bit of a survey here. Anybody who's here, if you would consider your life to be a busy life right now, if you're busy, go ahead and raise your hands. How many people are busy around here? Busy, yeah, there's a number of hands, and the rest of you are in denial. Because busyness in our culture is like a badge of honor, isn't it? How you doing, man? Oh, I'm busy. Even you ask like a college student, hey, how you doing? Oh, man, I'm busy. I got 3 tests and 2 papers that I have to do this week, and I'm trying to survive on cafeteria food, and I'm in 3 clubs, and I'm busy. And what they don't realize is they're in the most free time of their entire life. Man, you got a mom who's staying at home. She's got 3 kids under 6, 1 on the hip, a phone in her ear. She's trying to stir the mac and cheese at the same time, and somebody comes up to the door. Mom is busy. And it doesn't matter if you're a CEO or if you're a mom or if you're a student. Life in the United States is just like that. It's busy, and oftentimes we don't have time for interruptions. But sometimes the interruptions that God brings into our life are the very things that God had planned for us that day. You're sitting at a computer trying to get that work done, and the person next to you just won't stop talking. You're on your way to walk somewhere, and there's obviously a person in need, but you got somewhere that you've got to get to go. I remember there was a woman by the name of Debbie Abbs who I used to hang out with, who was amazing with the ministry of interruptions. And we were working together. It was back in the days that I was working on campus. And I remember one time walking from one meeting with her to another meeting on the other side of campus. And while we're walking, she says, hang on, I have to go talk to that girl. I'm like, seriously? She said, yeah, that girl over there on the other side of the street. So I look over there, hadn't even noticed that she was there, but she's on the side of the street with her head in her hands. And Debbie just kind of walks up to her and she says, hey, I just noticed that you look a little bit sad. Do you want to talk? And the girl kind of scoots over and lets Debbie sit down next to her. And she starts unloading some things that were going on in her life. And I'm kind of awkwardly 2 feet away going, I don't know what to do with myself at this moment. But I'm watching Debbie do her thing. And she sat there and she talked to that girl, and she wound up, she's got a big heart of compassion, she wound up crying with that girl and talking to her about faith in Jesus, and then started meeting with her after that moment. But it was something that God had planned for our day that I didn't even notice. It was a ministry of interruptions. Now, I'm not telling you that every time you get interrupted, it's a ministry call from God. Because if I did, you would remind me of the sermon that I said back in November with Nehemiah when he's up on the wall. And he says, I'm doing a great work and I can't come down. Sometimes there's distractions that are keeping you from the mission that you're on, but sometimes the interruptions are a call from God to change your agenda that day, especially if you're encountering somebody who is in a special need kind of a situation. It's important to keep one ear open to that. And I want to challenge you to be thinking this morning about what comes across your life. Are you living your life in such a way that you have one ear open to the Holy Spirit, that you start your day and say, God, I've got my day timer full of stuff that I'm going to get done today, but if you interrupt, please speak to me, and I'll stop whatever I'm doing, and I'll do what you say. Are you living your life in that kind of a way? God may have amazing things in store for you if you'll just keep your ear open for a ministry of interruptions.